All right, baby, let's run this disclaimer so we can get into it. Section 107 Fair Use Act, okay? We can talk about what we want to talk about when we want to. Here's your disclaimer. Now let's get into it. Y'all been asking Storm. The comments. Do you still do Ileana Brown reactions? Yes, I do. Let me just say this real quick. Ileana is a person that I just feel like I can't react to on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis. She's somebody more or less you have to check into, right? Because Ileana is just like blah, right? She rides around in the car, she eats in the car, she sleeps in the car, she farts in the car, she changes her clothes in the car. Her child is being raised out of a car, and I mean, even though she's got an apartment now, it's kind of still the same thing, right? You got to let her drop a lot of content and kind of put her foot in her mouth. Then we can talk about it because she's just a whole mess. One thing I will say about Ileana is that she stays in her own lane. All right, she don't mess with no other YouTubers. She don't care what nobody think. And I don't know, sometimes not giving an F could be a good thing and a bad thing. On this token, I think it's a bad thing because Ileana, girl, Ileana, you out here talking about how much you making on OnlyFans, baby, and your baby ain't even potty trained. You walking around here talking about what you make on OnlyFans, honey, and you still look like you ain't bathed in 10 years. Honey, you out here talking about you on OnlyFans, and that apartment looks like a hazardous, dump. You out here talking about what you are making, okay, on OnlyFans, baby. And you talking about some, I don't know where my son got this lump on his head. I mean, can we make this shit up or what? Now, while I was over there, catching up on her, I seen this comment and it really says a lot that I think, right? It says, I don't knock nobody's hustle. Get your money. But the way you chase the bag is the way you should chase your son. I ain't going to read the rest because that's how I feel. I feel like this girl, right? She's got it kind of down packed. She knows how to make the money, but she don't know what to do with the money. That is called immaturity. That is a generational curse that her family has placed upon her. To me, her family wants nothing but her money and her bit of fame. They want to be on the camera to look. You notice every time her sister and mom on camera, they always looking like they taking care of the kids and they giving, oh, we taking care of your son and we trying to give you some advice and we trying to make it look like we give a shit. But then behind camera, like Ileana says, well, I pay for all their phones, I help with rent, I do this and I do that, right? So she is a victim of a generational curse because, girl, sometimes it's about how you make the money, but you are so trifling and dirty and low budget, you going to make it the way you want to. You have found out that social media is a way to get paid. Showing your body. I mean, we know last month she was supposed to be a stripper. I guess now she done went to OnlyFans. All I can say is thank God that she found something she could do inside her home. Because I could only imagine how that stripper pole was smelling, how that locker room was smelling, and whatever club was allowing her to dance, what the other dancers looked like and what the establishment was. Baby, do you hear me? I could only imagine. And there's a lot of them like that up in the Illinois, Chicago area. Baby, you don't know if you have walked into, okay, Skid Row or a strip club. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't live far from there. But anywho, at least she could be at home laying her funk on her own bed while she doing OnlyFans. And we don't have to worry about it because it don't got smell-o-vision. Now, I'm going to tell you, she's claiming now that she's making about $600 to $800 every week on OnlyFans. She claims she makes buku money on YouTube. And then, she does like Instagram and things like that. So with all these sources of income, honey, don't get on here saying how much you're making because everybody's going to say, well, what exactly are you doing with that, Ileana? We know you're young, but honey, if you're making all that money, you could pay somebody to keep that house clean. You could pay to put that child into child care. You could pay to get that child some help. If you bring it home, like she said, $600 something to $800 something a week, which would make her be bringing home an extra $30,000 a year. Well, first thing I thought was, honey, you on here telling us what you're making on there and here and there and everywhere. Why is that child not in some kind of body's daycare? He doesn't even know his damn name. That child, boy, get over here, boy. Come on, son. He don't even know his name. He don't know how to spell it. He don't know how to say it. He don't even know when you call him if you calling him. Let alone potty training. Y'all, I'm telling you, that's another thing. Irks my ass with Ileana is this potty training. I got to ask y'all a question. Is this a new thing? Because I'm going to tell you, nowadays, honey, there are people out here that think that potty training just, whenever they learn how to use it, they use it. As long as I'm putting a diaper on their ass. I have seen children, okay, running around in the store that is clearly 3, 4, and 5 and still got diapers hanging out the crack of their ass. I see it all over YouTube too. I'm just like, is this new trend? Because, baby, my son was potty trained by the time he was 1.5. He was at it, right? But then again, maybe I was lucky because I had help. Maybe I was lucky too because I had a friend that had a baby the same age, and we, sometimes when kids are around other kids, they watch what kids do. Maybe I was just, I don't know. Maybe I have no clue. I have no clue. But this is something, I'm telling you, potty training is getting out of hand with these mothers around here. But I just had to ask, is that something new? Is that something new? And then Ileana is over here. I done bought thongs. I done bought perfume. I done bought this. Girl, yeah, because every time you buy something that you got to put on your body, you got to spray it down with perfume, or else, maggots and flies may have hurt. I don't know. Baby, see, this is why I can't talk about it, because it's going to always be the same thing. She's a illegitimate person. And when I say illegitimate, I mean does everything ass freaking backwards. Her mothering and parenting skills are in the trash. Her job choices, gutter. Her home, trashy. I mean, it's all going to stay the same. But because you guys have been asking, do I do reactions on her? Of course, I've gotten out here. I've done one. I keep up with her. But y'all got to tell me what y'all want to see from her, because she's a hard one. Her shit never changes. She's just trifling upon trifling. I will see you guys in the comments, because I would love to know what you are thinking.